been enjoying Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 as much as I have, you'll be excited to hear then that the roadmap of DLC content has been revealed for the game. We have 3 free updates coming to the game that are pretty straightforward features arriving this spring. These include a barber feature, which will allow for hair customization, which honestly, I can't wait to make Henry's hair insane because I hope that the game is just as reactive as it's been with all the other features so that characters make a comment if I start walking around with just like wild hair. Beyond the barber feature though, we'll also be getting horse racing. So that's an expansion upon what we already have with horse races, I would assume. Maybe there will be a tournament or something that Henry can get involved with to make even more money. And the last free feature that is arriving in the spring is a hardcore mode, which if you thought that combat in this game is already difficult, well, prepare to be just completely decimated, I guess. If you bought the gold edition or the collector's edition of the game, it also came with a download code for all the future paid DLC. And Warhorse has revealed some minor details about what's on the way with DLC story content. Currently, they have 3 different paid DLC listed for seasonal releases. There's one planned for summer, one for fall, and one for winter in 2025. The first one that is planned to release this summer is called Brushes with Death, and the tagline that is listed to go along with it is, quote, help a mysterious artist with an enigmatic past. In the artwork for the expansion, this mysterious artist is literally holding a skull, and the atmosphere is just spooky. All these expansions as well promise to expand upon Henry's story. Based on what Warhorse has done in the past with DLC, I'm not expecting any new huge maps to explore, but I think each of these story DLCs will likely offer a sizable amount of content. And again, if they stick to the original Kingdom Come Deliverance formula for DLC content, we're probably looking at around 5 hours or so for each of these story expansion packs. The next story expansion that is coming in the fall is called Legacy of the Forge, where, quote, you will restore Kutenberg's forge and become a master blacksmith. The artwork that they presented for this one is just really straightforward, so there's not much else to glean from it at this point. I'm just expecting a lot more blacksmithing from this expansion. I do hope, though, that there's a good bit of story content here and not just hours of blacksmithing to do. I mean, the blacksmithing can feel kind of cathartic at times, but can also feel a bit mundane after a while. Okay, so the last story DLC that is currently on the roadmap for KCD2 is called Mysteria Ecclesiae, which is set for release in the winter. And the tagline for this is to, quote, explore Sedelet's monastery to stop the spread of a deadly illness. The story here sounds interesting, and the artwork for this one is also intriguing as it shows what looks to be a monk or someone, but they look kind of conspicuous, but I'm totally down for it. Like the first DLC, it also kind of has an eerie sort of vibe, and I can't wait to see what adventures Henry is going to get into next. So far, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has apparently nearly hit the 2 million copies sold marker, and I can understand why, because this game has traces of The Witcher 3 in it. In a previous video, I talked about how KCD2 could be the new Skyrim because of the first-person immersive gameplay, but as I continue playing, I'm starting to think that this game is actually more akin to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. The Witcher 3 is definitely more gamified than KCD2, but the writing here is certainly on the same level as something like The Witcher 3. In Skyrim, we had a lot of really great exploration, but KCD2 kind of combines that exploration of Skyrim and the immersive storytelling of the Witcher franchise and creates this very interesting amalgamation of the two. And if the DLC content for this game continues in the same vein with Witcher 3 style storytelling, remember like Blood and Wine and how top-notch that was, then I think we'll be in for even more of a treat with the expansions. At the current pace I'm going though, I feel like it's going to take me like 200 hours to beat the base campaign. So at the same time, I'm kind of hoping that the DLC is indeed around the 5-hour mark so that I can play something else in 2025. Right now, though, I am thoroughly addicted to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm also wondering if we'll get even more DLC in 2026 from Warhorse for this game. I mean, they spent literally 7 years on this project, and with the success and critical acclaim that the game has had in just the first 2 weeks, I would imagine that we may be getting even more for this game next year. But if you've already somehow sunk 200 hours into the base game, and the DLC just isn't enough to satiate your desire to fully live as Henry, then I have other good news for you. If you're a PC gamer, Warhorse announced last week that official modding support is coming very soon, and to quote, stay tuned, even though I've seen plenty of unofficial mods out there already. But yeah, we'll see what sort of medieval expansions or perversions the community comes up with to really add even more to this game, and honestly, I can't wait. What are your thoughts on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2's DLC plans? Did you pick up the Gold Edition, or are you planning on picking up the DLC for this game? And how much time have you sunk into this massive game thus far? Shout out in the comments down below, and let me know what you're thinking on KCD2. Anyhow, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next level.